Feeling shameless. We back with another episode of the Creative Hub podcast. You feel me? Just want to say, starting out, thank you for the support. We're at 8,000 followers on TikTok.
Coming up on 400 on YouTube too.
On YouTube, we just love all the support we've been getting. You know, all the likes, all the comments. You know, we just want to say we appreciate everybody rocking with us. You making our dreams come true. You know, we just really appreciate that. You got anything to say about that?
Nah, yeah, bro. It's the it's the comments, the messages, everything. That shit really helps push us forward because it lets us know that, you know, we're doing a really good job at what we're doing. Like, it's not really a job for us either. Like, we really enjoy what we're doing too, so we're learning a lot as well. Yeah. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, we're learning a lot. Trust me, through all these experiences, we learn something new every day to give you guys a better platform.
Real shit.
But without further ado, let's get into the interview. Who you think we got in here today, Luke? I do this every time.
Yeah, same. Who do we got here today?
You feel me? We got a very special guest in here. You feel me? I really rock with the person that do this brand. I like the overall image. I like what it stands for. You feel me? And I just feel like the world needs to hear his story. Who we got in here today? We got Idris from DURAGS, man. How you doing, man? How you doing? You know, you feel me? Everybody happy to see you.
Yeah.
Say, how you feeling today, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Feel me? What'd you do today? Like, how was your day? How did it go?
Well, I was in the water with my girl. Had some House of Mac. And
House of Mac.
That was about it, yeah.
What'd you get? I don't know what you got from House of Mac, so.
The Buffalo Ranch mac and cheese.
Buffalo Ranch?
Yeah.
I never had the Buffalo Ranch. I done had the crab before.
Though.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever I go to House of Mac, I always get chicken wings. Is that weird?
I mean, House of Mac's for mac and cheese.
I know.
So I won't see why you would go there to get chicken wings, though.
The chicken wing is hit, bro.
Are you a chicken wing connoisseur?
Hell yeah.
I used to be.
I love chicken wings. I love chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, all that.
Yeah, I used to eat a lot of that. You feel me? But I don't really eat it no more. I'm pescatarian now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
You had to get the shrimp tied of chicken.
Yeah. I mean, it's real. It's hard because, you know, all my life I've been eating meat and stuff like that. But like transitioning over, I got friends that's vegan and, you know, they pescatarian, so they really help me out choose meals and shit like that. But it's been going pretty good. I've been dropping a lot of weight from it and shit like that. So.
What was the purpose of you going pescatarian?
Just an overall positive lifestyle. I feel like I just need a positive lifestyle change. I was gaining too much weight. After I would eat meat, I would feel drained, you know. I just, you know, just wanted to do something better.
Okay. I would like to try to become pescatarian because I could eat sushi every day.
Really? You like sushi? I never really got into sushi like that.
How you pescatarian and you don't like sushi, bro?
I mean, bro, I love fish, but like raw fish is just never. I remember I went and got sushi with this girl one time, and I just after that I'm like, I'm not eating this shit no more.
It all depends where you get it from. Where you got it from?
Does it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because there be some places like Moshi sushi. Sushi. I mean the sushi ass. I don't recommend sushi from there. Damn, but if you, it just depends where you get your sushi from. I'm not gonna lie.
You feel me? Enough about sushi, bro. Enough about sushi. You feel me? We wanna start from the beginning. We wanna hear about your story. You feel me? What's your age? You know, where you from? You know, tell us about yourself.
23. My name is Idris. And I'm the head creator of DURAGS. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Founder.
Yeah, you're the founder.
Everything.
Yo, bro. That's you. Claim that.
Yeah, so I do DURAGS. You know, it's the brand with, you know, Jill with one tooth. Nah, but yeah, I mean, the brand it started off, you know, like it's something I've always wanted to do, a brand. Okay. But it started off, I would say, like, with all my upbringings, like middle school, you know, I was heavily into, like, that's when, well, I would say elementary school, like 4th grade, that's when I got into shoes. You know, one thing led to another, shoes, clothes. And, you know, I always gotta thank my sister. She always needs her credit. She put me onto everything. Like, not only that, she even put me onto hella music. That's why, you know, I've known music from the past as well.
Yeah.
But like with clothes, like my first pair of shoes were Last Shot 14s.
Yeah, definitely.
As a fourth grader.
Yeah.
I didn't care about nothing else. I didn't care about toys, video games, none of that. All I cared about was like getting shoes, like Christmas, my birthday. That's all I was asking for.
For sneakers.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And then, you know, sneakers was like the main thing. But, you know, I was still like, you know, my mom, since like I was even a little kid and I didn't even know what I was putting on. Like I see my baby pictures, I had Tommy, Polo, like, yeah, like it's always been a thing in my family.
Yeah, bro, I felt that, bro.
Yeah, no, like it all goes back even with my dad. My dad is like very like anal with how his shirts are folded, like all this. So like, I don't know, maybe it all just intertwined into like who I am today. You feel me?
That definitely plays a role.
Yeah, so, you know, it's always been a part of me. And then growing up, middle school, like, you know, like the dunk exchanges and everything, you see people wearing different things. That's actually in like the dunk exchanges, that's when I started seeing actually designer. That's when I saw the coin. You guys remember the coin pouches, the Louis Vuitton
ones? Yeah, the Louis V's,
yeah, everybody started having those. I never had one. That shit was ugly, but that's where I saw it. But yeah, you know, I started seeing that and, you know, selling like sneakers on Facebook. And then there was this page called then the SBG. They were doing fit battles. And I was seeing the things they were throwing on. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? That's when I started seeing like people were collecting clothes as well. Like it wasn't only about shoes. It was even, you know, more about t-shirts.
Yeah, about what you're wearing, what hoodie you're wearing, what type of jeans you're wearing.
Exactly. And that's, you know, that changed the whole game for me. That's when I got into Babe, Supreme, Stussy, like Undefeated, all these brands, you know, that... Even like the skate brands too, because I used to skate too. I wasn't the best. You know, best thing I could do was an ollie and a kickflip, but that was about it.
Essentials.
Yeah, essentials.
Yeah, that's the little skater tricks. You feel me?
Yeah. That was basically like, you know, my middle school years. From like switching from sneakers to actually like clothes as well, like it's still both things. Because do you guys remember the whole runners era when Ronnie Fike was killing it with like the New Balances,
Asics and stuff like that?
For sure, you know, I was heavily
Ronnie
on that.
Fike, yeah, definitely.
He had a pop-up here in Miami Beach. I don't know if you guys remember that he dropped the East Coast project and the ones with the Asics, the ones that was blue and orange.
Did the Miami Dolphins colors.
Exactly.
And I remember that.
I remember he was there. I met him there. So, you know, like I've always been very
you always been into the culture for real.
Yeah. So then in high school, like I said, I got into clothes. I was wearing like Babe, Supreme. I was wearing MCM. Yeah.
Try hard.
Yeah, everybody was that back then.
Yeah, I was wearing like MCM bags, and I always say this. I said this on the last like interview that I had. There was some girl that she's like, "Oh, what does MCM stand for? Man Crush Monday." And I was like, "Bruh, like."
Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
But yeah, like, you know, like I remember everybody did have like, you know, the little designer belts and shit.
Yeah.
But you know, it was more than that. You know, it was like even the clothes. Like I've always really liked it.
I know what you mean. Like just looking back on that time and seeing what you were doing and what you were into, it's just really cool to see like how you transitioned back then and how fun it was back then, just collecting. Like everybody wasn't trying hard, or you feel me? Everybody was just doing them. Like it was real. It was fresh. You know.
You guys remember the True Religion era?
Oh, don't get me started on the True Religion era, bro. I used to wear Truey heavy. That was when you had to be Truey down, true shirt, true jeans.
Bro, I had the hats, the tees,
I never
all
had
that.
any of that.
Really?
Bro. No.
Nah, I was into that.
Yo, to this day, I
nerd.
still would rock some Robin jeans. I want to have, bro. I would throw it on. I don't care.
Robin, really?
Yes, bro.
With the wings in the back?
Nah, the denim I throw.
I was gonna say, don't tell me you finna wear the wings.
Nah. I'll throw on a hat though.
The hat's hard.
Make it look clean.
The shirt with the sparkle shirts, those are pretty clean too.
Nah, but yeah, like in high school, like, you know, I was a tryhard, bro. Like, you know, the simple uniform, but I was throwing that shit on. I was like going crazy with it. Like, people would be like, bro, you like, it's just cool. You coming like so crazy with it. And I was like, fuck it, you know, gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, I know. For real. But you got a point to prove.
For sure, I wanted to be the flies.
Yeah, definitely.
Quest for the flies.
You always want to be the flies.
Yeah. So then, in 12th grade, me and my boy, we were in class, and it was just like it's like we right here, right? You right here, teachers over there. You might not know it, but I'm over here. I'm. It looks like I'm taking notes, but I'm not taking notes. I'm actually drawing you with guns, with bread, throwing bread, like some funny shit. So I'm doing this, and you over here taking notes, and my boy is dying because you see me like you.
Yeah, you just wouldn't expect that. Yeah,
that's
bro.
Funny.
Yeah. So then, whatever. Like I started doing that. Like I forgot to say. Like another upbringing of mine was also graffiti. I was really into graffiti, and back to my sister. Like, you know, she was older than me, so like everything that she was around, I thought was cool because, you know, people my age weren't doing it. Yeah. So I was like, you feel me? Whatever I can take from her generation, I'm gonna take it to my generation, and then they go and look at me like the cool kid, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of ugly, but I always felt like the need to like
I know exactly
be the first one, the cool, like, you feel me?
You know
like,
about some shit,
yeah,
like, and then you show it to them,
know.
like, bro, you feel me? You showing them how you coming in, they be like, yo, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
So like, it's crazy because it's always been like that. Like with any little thing, like I see my sister, like, you know, on, I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do the same thing. Like shoes. 4th grader, bro. Like, who is caring about shoes? Nobody.
Yeah.
Bro. No. But then, you know, we get to middle school in 6th grade. Me and my boys, they're like, okay, you know, like if you got kicks, you live. So then, at that point, you know, I also started with graffiti, with skating. So graffiti came because I think one of her friends did it, and that's how I learned how to draw.
Yeah.
Like, I would just be looking at. There was this page called Miami Graffiti where it literally told you every tagger that does graffiti in Miami, and you could just be able to see all their work. So I was just like looking at
fire.
Yeah. So I was just So I was just like looking at all their work and imitating it, you know, trying to come up with my own. Then I came up with my own name. I was throwing up Tums. It was a random ass name. Like I was just like, oh, I like it. Like I like how the words look together.
The letters in there, how it come together. Yeah.
So I start doing I start tagging Tums and shit, and then you feel me, that's where like I would say even the style of sometimes like the brand, like how I design some things, I like to keep it like, you know, cartoonish but not too cartoonish, but you know, like still with like that graffiti like flavoring.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
So
definitely you like to mix the two.
Yeah, so that's definitely where it all came from.
Wait, my bad. Go ahead.
No.
No, I was gonna say, you're familiar with graffiti. So, are you familiar? I forgot his name, but he the one who does the oranges on everything.
Atomic.
Yeah. So, like, you know about him?
Yeah,
and like
I met him. He follows the page too. He follows DURAGSUSA. Yeah,
that's pretty fire, bro.
That's crazy.
I be seeing this stuff I follow him. I just didn't remember his name right now.
That's crazy that you mentioned him too. He's been like a inspiration to me because, you know, it's crazy, like that character. Like it's cool. You see it everywhere.
Yeah. So, that's been like a part of just me growing up in Florida. I just see that everywhere.
For sure. Yeah. Like just like that, like for example, like there's many other things that have inspired me, but you know, just having like a character, like I think it's so cool. Like brands that have that is cool to me. Like Baby Milo, like even right now with Human Made, I think it's a monkey that he has.
Yeah,
but like
something.
Oh, with Human Made, like the little, I know what you mean. That little, it's like a dragon.
It's like almost. A dragon.
Yeah, it's like a dragon almost. It's not a monkey.
It's an animal, yeah. Something.
But you know, like those like symbols, like they like the babe star with the lightning, like, you know, all that shit, like icons. I like you feel me, like it doesn't necessarily have to say the word, but you know what it is.
Yeah, you know exactly.
I love shit like that. So you know, that's one thing with the brand that if you see the face or even just the shape of him, like, you know, that's
just that silhouette, you know, that's
bro, that's hard because you see the silhouette, you know what it is. That's
what
crazy.
I'm saying. Yeah,
it's fire.
Because I have like my photographer. I'm always say this. He once told me, he's like, oh, how far do you think you could go with just using the character? So that's when I was like, damn, that like really put a perspective in my mind into which I can't always use the character. You feel me? It's gonna be times where I gotta switch it up. So that's when I thought about the shadow and where I could do like things actually like shaped like his head and things like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But damn, I went into so many.
You was talking about your inspirations.
Yeah, my upbringing. So I mean, the brand, it just came across in class, and then I started going back home. I don't know why, but I started drawing homeless people. It was odd, but like I just feel like, you know, they're carefree living, you know, they don't worry about the average person. Like, you know, the average person has so much to think about, so much to stress about, you know. So the like homeless people, like, believe it or not, they're stress free, but at the end of the day, it's still like we should always try to help them out though.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So much money in the world, and we still have people living in the streets being starving. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's facts.
It's crazy.
See, all the money we pour into stuff that, you feel me,
bro, the
doesn't really matter.
The government, if they could have these people like living. They don't necessarily have to be like living in a mansion. Like, come on, but you know, just like a little cubicle or something better than that. Then, you know, have them in the streets. Like, that's just crazy to me though. Like, all this money that they could put into wars. Like, I don't know if y'all heard, somewhere, I think the last place where I don't know if it's Afghanistan or where they took out the troops. Do you guys know?
I'm not entirely sure what the politics. Yeah.
Where
the Taliban was?
I think so. I'm not sure, but that they took out the army, right?
Yeah.
The U.S. troops, and they left like 85 million worth of like guns and armory. So it's like, yeah, you guys could leave that shit over there, but you guys can't help like the people we have here. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's in a bad situation. So
it's crazy to me. But so then I just started drawing them. That's where the one tooth and the gray lips come from.
Talking about the logo, right?
Yeah, that's for his character.
Guy,
yeah, because originally he was supposed to be like a homeless person, because I was drawing like that type of realistic art, but I transitioned into a more cartoon character, because I always knew like I wanted to have a brand with a character. So I was like, okay, how can I make it like, you know, cartoonish, like Cause?
Yeah.
And that's when the little eyebrows, the nose. Yeah. I wanted to do something that was different, you know, like every cartoon character has what is it, the black thing in our eyes? Pupils. Yeah. You feel me? So I'm like, if I just have him with no pupils, that's already like different.
Yeah, it's pretty
different.
He has one tooth, like, come on, that's different. So I wanted to have a different character to not be compared to anybody else. And then came the sailor hat. That's inspiration from my pops. He was like in the army and navy and all that. So, you know, that's where that came from.
Yeah, just that was a nod to your dad.
That hit home. So, you know, I wanted at least one thing to be from my parents, and that was it.
Okay,
that's fire.
When your dad seen that, did he like automatically like think about it, or?
My dad till this day has not recognized it.
Really?
Yeah. He's just like, oh yeah, Durex is cool. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He hasn't even peeped that. So when he
he'll see this.
Yeah, he'll know. He'll know.
Shit, that's me over there.
Maybe he knows, but he just doesn't want to say. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. We never know. But yeah.
Shit, do you work a job?
I just quit 2 months ago.
Damn, why'd you quit?
Cause it was about that time. Like how I feel about that is that, you know, I feel like working a job, you know, obviously like as an average person, it helps you understand how to manage your money, how, you know, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say, but working a job definitely helps you understand a lot of things, like, you know, how life works as well. Like if you want something, for example, you want a expensive ass Dior bag or some shit, you gotta work for that shit. You want some Louis, you gotta work for it. You feel me? Like it's not given to you, you know.
Yeah, you don't get it for free.
And you know, so you have the job might like it's good for everyone to have it, you know. Definitely teaches you a lot, but yeah, it was just my time. There was times I wanted to do things and I couldn't because I was working, you feel me? So it was just my time to go.
Yeah. Okay. With that being said, as a creative, you feel like everybody just knows when it's gonna be their time to, you know, kick the job, or do you feel like you gotta like consciously gotta, you feel me, I guess work towards it? Or I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like as a creative, you think you just get the instinct of I don't need the job anymore, or do you feel like that's something that you should like plan towards, or, you know, like set a time to, or like work up to that goal to be able to say forget the job?
A little bit of both. Like you kind of know, but you should definitely like plan ahead. Like you're not gonna quit your job with $100 in your bank account.
Yeah, that's fact. That's not smart. That's not smart.
Like, you know, like definitely like build a plan on how you're gonna have an income source, you know, because at the end of the day, we all need money, right?
Yeah, we all need bread to survive. So
exactly. So just have a plan is definitely good. Like, you know, for me, it was I had enough money saved up to the point where, you know, I could be good for a while, and I can also invest my money into the brand, you know, because at the end of the day, like I have no investor, I have no team. Like I'm doing this, you know, off the strength of myself.
Yeah, all by yourself.
Yeah, so I knew I needed. I wasn't gonna quit and not have either of those two.
Not be stable.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you got to keep yourself stable so you could be above water.
Yeah, for sure. So it's definitely a bit of both, but sometimes, you know, some people get comfortable in their jobs as well, you know.
Yeah.
Those every 2 weeks you have that paycheck, so you know, man. I'm good. But sometimes you just have to make that impulsive decision to put yourself in an uncomfortable position as well, because you know, you going through that little struggle where, you know, every 2 weeks I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
So you being put in that struggle of that every 2 weeks you're not gonna have that check makes you go harder on what you're doing, whether, you know, it's whatever craft, whatever income, whatever it is you're doing.
It makes you make it happen.
Okay.
Like.
So definitely I feel like everyone should take that impulsive decision, you know, once you're ready to quit, because that struggle of knowing that every 2 weeks you're not gonna have a check, it makes you go harder in whatever you're doing. So definitely.
Yeah, bro. Being comfortable in a 9-to-5 job will be the death of you sometimes. I'm telling you. If you're trying to do something, if you have goals outside of that job, or you're not trying to work for somebody else for the rest of your life, you being in the comfortable space of getting money every 2 weeks and, you know, taking extra shifts at your job instead of working on your craft and stuff like that, you'll never get anywhere, really. I feel like a lot of people that take the leap of faith to quit their job to pursue their dreams, those are the people that, like, it makes you hungry. You know what I mean? When you're not comfortable anymore, it makes you hungry. It makes you want to chase it even more, because now you don't have nothing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have anything to fall back on.
Facts.
A job is like a safety net almost.
Yeah.
You get rid of that and you stop being comfortable, and all of a sudden you're working 10, 12 hours a day at your craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you making it happen for sure. You ain't just waiting for boss to pay you. You feel me?
Yeah.
You like, if I want to get paid and pay these bills, I got to go out there and get it.
That's
so
fact.
I definitely see where you coming from with that.
Christ, bro.
You know what's crazy right now with when, you know, when COVID was really bad, I feel like it pushed a lot of people to do that.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. It
sure.
woke up a lot of people.
And that's fire, you know.
Some people lost their jobs and came up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they ain't going back to a 9-to-5.
that's crazy though. Shit, when did you like start actually designing clothes though? Like, what was like your first couple of pieces, and when was that? Like, around what time?
Designing clothes, I would say like 2017, 2018. Like I think 2017 I had my first drop, and I only had one drop that year, and that was like my first tee ever. To like backtrack a few steps, that led up because I was doing cover art for hella people. I was working for a ton of SoundCloud people, and I was just, you know, that's how I ended up working with Ski. He was my first he opened the doors for me. Like, I'll forever be grateful for him for you know, helping me do Drip and Designer, which was where
the EP,
EP
cover.
that shit
I knew
opened.
that shit looked familiar.
Yeah,
I came across your page and I was like, dude, this character looks so familiar to me.
As soon as I seen it, it took me back to it. Like, I'm like, I remember seeing this on Ski Mask shit. Like, it was crazy. When I first met you, you feel me? We was talking about it. I was like, like, that's where I know it from.
Yeah, nah, definitely that opened up a lot of doors for me. I had this already like little page where I was like just posting like doodles, and when that's how they came across me to like, so it was this kid, he Dylan, he hit me up, he was like, yo, I like what you do, and then he told me, would you be interested in doing Ski's cover art? And I was like, yo, I don't even know what cover art is. And he explains it to me. He's like, oh, it's just like the song cover. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, hi, whatever. And then I tapped into the music, and it was hard, and it just went crazy from then on. People started following me. I was literally like doing 5 to 6 cover arts a day during that time.
Christ, bro.
I swear.
Dude, you was working, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I ain't have no 9 to 5, but that was like a 10 to 10.
Nah, 10 to 10.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah. So that I remember I was supposed to work on some merch for Ski, also for X. It never ended up happening. You know, it was cool that I knew both legends. You know, from Miami. Like,
definitely.
this is crazy, but yeah, that brought back, because designing clothes has always been a dream of mine. It started in 8th grade when I saw this show called How to Make It in America, which was these 2 guys starting their own brand, and it just shows like the ups and downs of, you know, having a brand.
Right.
And, you know, at that point, it was like, whoa, this is like crazy. Like, you know, I'm already into shoes and clothes. And then I had never, ever thought about, what if I made it? What if I made this? Like, what, you feel me? Never. And then that just gave me a different perspective in, you know, what I liked.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy fuck, that shit just always stuck in behind my head. Like, damn, one day, you know, I think I could do a clothing brand. And, you know, like, I was already drawing with my graffiti shit. So it was like, one day I could definitely like do something. And then, you know, the time came wherein they mentioned a merge. So, like I said, it never ended up happening. But that's when I was like, fuck it. Like, let me launch something of my own.
Everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah, it just gave you that idea.
You never know. You might have not started it.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. Maybe I think that was the little push I needed, because I was like, okay, right now I have a good little following, you know, it's the perfect time to drop it. And I remember it's some yellow tea that I fucking hate. It's disgusting, bro.
Is it anywhere out on the internet? Or you don't think it's just too old? You don't even think it's on the internet no more?
There's definitely some people that still have it.
Damn, bro, I kind of want to get my hands on it.
The photo shoot was hard, bro. Like, the photo shoot, I remember I went up in Homestead. I went to like a flower field. And you guys know like those blow-up dolls, the sex dolls?
Yeah.
So I put them in the field, and I put them wearing the shirts. And like everybody, when they saw the shoot, they went crazy for it. And those shirts, it was my first drop ever, sold out in a day. Damn. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, and that really was like, I could really do this. You feel me? But like I said, I only dropped once in 2017. Like, I just took a whole hiatus where I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do. You know, this was when I was in like college, and I was adapting to, you know, like, maybe this isn't like, you know, I always thought like, fuck, maybe I could blow up. But, you know, at that point I was in college, and it was like, shit, I have to have a plan B, you know. And I never knew what I wanted to do in college, because like, bro, the options are really like ass.
Yeah.
like
yeah, honestly,
like, goddamn, I don't want to be a doctor, I don't want to be a lawyer, like, I don't want to be none of this shit. So it's like, I don't know what to do. So but my parents were like, oh, you have to go to college, you gotta have to go to college. And I was like, fuck. So, you know, I was figuring everything out, and like, I was still going to school. I dropped out. I didn't finish.
College dropout on some Kanye shit.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, hey.
Look at Yeezy now.
Yeah, hey.
So then I remember then I had another drop, which was a crew neck, a blue crew neck that I had like a whole campaign video for, which that shit really went up for me. That was, I think, in 2018 or around that time. And then people saw, and that when I did that, I was like, okay, I don't only know how to design clothes. I could probably do like all the concepts, like you know, like the photo shoots, like everything, like even direct like the video. Like I could do all of this. You feel me? Then I go on another hiatus, like a whole another couple months. I don't drop shit. I remember this is when I got with my girl. You feel me? I see her doing her thing, bro. Like, you know, she's going to school. She's,
you know, she got shit figured out for her.
And I'm just like over here, like I just dropped out.
I know exactly how you feel on that, bro. You're like, damn, bro, what the fuck I'm gonna do?
Yeah, so I'm just like, all right, you know what? There's nothing else I really could do, but this. I got this. Like it's like to say like I got $1 million in my pocket and I'm not using them. So I go ahead and I have another drop. You feel me? Boom. And then since then, I would say I think it's like late 2018. That's when I literally started getting consistent. Bah, 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 bah. And yeah, so that's damn a long ass answer, but that it goes from where I design when I started designing.
Shit, bro.
That's pretty cool.
I was also doing flyers, like I did Cometazine's flyer. I did a flyer for Chief Keef.
What?
Yeah.
What? How'd you end up doing that?
So the way I ended up doing that was because there was this kid that he really liked my art as well.
Yeah.
His name was Mateo. Yeah, that's his name. I think he right now he's an A&R for Alamo Records, right? So he was just like, he had all these artists and he was just like, yo, you want to do this? You want to do this?
Yeah, he was just giving you opportunities.
Yeah, and I was like, for sure. Then when he tells me, it went from Cometazione to Chief Keef, I'm like, what?
Already? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know that was definitely one of my favorite moments in, like, you know, doing the cover art flyer. You know,
definitely.
All that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's Chief Keef. Come on.
Bro, Chief, that's legendary.
Yeah, for him to post my shit on his Instagram, it's crazy.
Do you still have it? Like,
yeah, I have it saved. I'll show you after.
Yeah, you got to show me after because that's crazy, bro.
That's fire.
I remember because they didn't want it to be super cartoonish, because at that point I was drawing everyone like as a cartoon. I was doing everyone as Durags, you know, with the blank eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can I do it? Because they wanted to use a certain picture. So for the flyer, I remember it's a picture of him. And then I think he had his arms open, or there was 2 girls that he was holding. I don't know, something like that. So I replaced the girls and I did them as characters, as Durags. That shit's fire.
That's pretty hard, bro. That's pretty creative too.
Yeah. I can only imagine that.
Do you guys listen to Rod Wave?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, he's really fucking popping right now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really listen to him. I've heard a few songs. He's cool. He's fire. But it's so crazy that back then I was supposed to work for him. This kid had told me, the Mateo kid, he had told me, yo, I have this for him, and that was at the point where I was like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's crazy that this man blew the fuck up.
Yeah, you could have Raw Wave under your resume too.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool though, bro. You got a lot of cool experiences that I feel like a lot of brands are not gonna really get, especially like nowadays on how things are going. Everybody is everybody wants to be like Rick and, you know, do the super, you know, industry type stuff, you know. But the fact that you did all that, you doing stuff with like cartoons and, you feel me, everybody gets it, everyone likes it. I feel like a lot of brands these days, they're not gonna really get that. I feel like you took a whole different route with your brand, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's really paying off for you. Yo,
a crazy memory, since you mentioned memories, was I was at a Wi-Fi's funeral concert. He was doing a concert at Heart. Yeah. And do you guys know who Chris De Niro is?
Chris De Niro? Yes.
Yeah. So me and him, we was cool. And whatever, we had gone to the concert together, and he I think he still produces. Wi-Fi knew him and shit. Yeah. And then we were like fangirling. Like we were literally in the front. Like, you know, because we fucked with him.
Yeah. You rocked with his shit.
Wi-Fi saw us and he brought us on stage. And that, bro, that was one of my coolest, like, memories. Like, now that I think about it, I had forgotten about it. And we were just, like, in stage. And, like, everybody's, like, literally, like, looking at us like, why them? Why them? Why them? And it's like, yo, we know him, you know? Like, I had done work for him. I had got him in the yellow tee as well. The first one.
Yeah, you don't like anymore.
Yeah, so... You know, that was a really cool memory for me. I remember it. That shit was crazy, bro.
You feel me? See, look, moments like that, bro, y'all gotta, bro, audience, you gotta know. Showing love goes a long way. Yeah, being the cool person that's not gonna reach out, that's not, you feel me, gonna tell somebody that when you come across them, like, I really love your stuff. Like, you doing that is you really, you feel me, blocking your blessings. You know, always show love to the artists and, you feel me, the creatives that you love. You feel me, you never know what can come from it, but don't do it just because you think something can't come from it. Just do it out of the genuineness of your heart. You feel me?
Yeah. Only if you actually fuck with it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You feel me? That's a big deal. I feel like, you feel me? That really tailors a lot of opportunities and shit that came your way. That's pretty cool. I
wanted to ask, just for the clothing designers out there that are watching this, because I know there's going to be a couple of them. You got like any tips for like marketing your clothes? Like I hear that you be selling out a lot of the time now. So like, is there any tips for like maybe networking or just getting your stuff seen by other people?
As far as marketing, I literally just say like, you know, any tips? I don't know, because I don't.
You just be winging it yourself.
Yeah, I'd be winging. Well, like maybe it could be a formula, you know, like I have that. It just works for me because I literally just have photo shoot, post, you know.
You just do what it do. You don't really even think about it too much. You don't try to niche down. You don't. I gotta make it for this target audience. You don't really think about that. You just do what you want to do, and then. You feel me? You put it out, and whoever likes it, they like it. If they don't, you ain't gotta indulge.
Yeah, for sure. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't want to just stick to one audience. You know, I want to try to capture everyone, and that's kind of what's cool with like I've seen with the brand. Like, I literally have people that have bought my shit that they're not even into clothes, but they just like the design. They just
like how it looks.
Yeah, like whether it's a graphic, whether it's the function of it, whatever it is, but. They're like, oh, it's cool. You feel me? It's that's it. So as far as marketing, like I would say, like you know, just try to do the unorthodox. Yeah, just try to do that. Like, you know, something that you're not that nobody's gonna expect. You know, like usually like a whole lot of like the brands that I see, it's just usually like, you know, either the regular just person posing picture, boom, studio, boom, person posing, boom, picture. You know, like sometimes those photos are needed, the e-commerce or whatever, they're cool, but you know, at the same time, you got to think about it. This is what you're using to put your product out to the people. You feel me? So it has to be something that they're looking at and they're like, wow, this is cool. You know, maybe they might not even fuck with what you're promoting, but the pictures they're gonna be like, damn, this is fire. You know?
You're saying your work kind of speaks for itself, basically.
Yeah,
like, you think you just be catching people's attention.
Yeah, like obviously, like, you know, that's always the point, to catch attention. Yeah. So like just sticking to like the same thing that another brand has done, I feel like that really wouldn't get you anywhere, because it's just like, you feel me, we want to see something different, and that's how you stand out. Do you feel like creators now, do you think due to like social media and the way people are doing things, do you feel like they tend to overcomplicate it? Like, do you think like instead of just doing what they like and doing what they think is cool, that they think, oh, I gotta make it look this way, or it gotta look like super serious, or, you know, or like, do you just think people overcomplicate creating these days? I would say yeah, because I'm guilty of it as well. Like, you know, I've seen other brands doing certain things sometimes. I try to stop myself from it, because at the end of the day, I can't compare myself to no one, because like I said, if I compare myself to somebody else, then how am I going to be different, you know? And it's like, it's not all about being different, but it's just like about what are you bringing to the table, you know? It's not about being different. It definitely is not about that. It's about adding value. Exactly. Like, what are you adding into like the game that, you know, in a couple of years, people are going to look back and say like, damn, you know, he did that shit. You feel me? Like, that's definitely what I feel like should be done. Like, don't do something somebody else is bringing to the table, because at the same time, if, let's say, for example, I'm bringing a steak, you're bringing a steak, I don't want to eat steak 2 times. Fuck. Bring steak and bring lobster. Boom.
Lobster. Bring some of that lobster.
For sure, yeah. I'm eating the lobster.
That's definitely real. I definitely agree with you on that. I feel like nowadays, everybody, they're playing the same game, you know. Everybody think, when they do a brand, it has to be super serious, you know. Like, I feel like everybody wants to be the next Rick Owens or the next Raf Simmons. You feel me? Everybody just taking it too serious. I feel like everybody should just be themselves with the clothes. Like, I feel like with Durags, I'm getting a piece of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm when I look at Durags, I'm taking a look into your world, and you feel me? I'm grabbing a piece of you. But like everybody else these days, they're trying to be the next such and such. They're not really giving you them, man. They're raw emotions and feelings.
And it's crazy because most of the time, those brands that are doing that shit, they get backed by like these big names because they're just doing the same shit as the other person.
It's them, yeah.
And you know, like somebody that's actually like doing shit different. Like, not talking just about myself, but like I feel like it's harder for them to grow because, you know, you're not doing the same shit as everybody else.
Right.
But in the long run, as you're growing, you know that that's organic. You know that no matter what, those are real fucking fans. And they're going to stick with you. Even as fashion changes, as the trends change, they're still going to rock with you because you weren't doing what everybody else was doing. You get me?
Yeah. Definitely. You get a stronger base in that regard. So,
I rather slow progress, big success than a quick progress and then a quick ass fall as well. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
True.
I feel like, I don't know if I talked about this in another episode, but like one thing, I'm gonna just say it to the camera, like you don't want to always just want to blow up or want to go viral. You feel me? Because being viral and blowing up, that only lasts for so long. You know, you wanna build. Like how I always say, you feel me? You don't want 100,000 followers on the gram, but then when you drop, you only selling like 20 products. You feel me? I would rather have a small brand. You feel me? But everybody that rocks with it, they're gonna buy every time and they're gonna support what I do every time. Instead of having 1 million followers and only 20 people gonna buy it, you know, like what's the point at that point? You always want to strive to have, you feel me, that solid fan base to where everything you do, you're gonna get support.
That's facts. Yeah.
What do you think the hardest thing about owning a clothing brand is?
The hardest thing of clothing brand, I think it might vary for the type of person you are. You know, me, not to say I'm like all into that horoscope shit, but I am a Libra, so I like to like have a good balance, you know, with my peoples and, you know, myself. Like, I feel like sometimes it's hard because with the brand, for me, I have to be on that shit 24/7. It's not some shit that, like, it's not a shift for me. It's not like, in these 8 hours, I'm gonna knock out everything I wanted to do. You feel me? Like, I have my to-do list. Sometimes from that to-do list in one whole day in 24 hours, I might only do one thing, but that to-do list was for the whole day. And it's like that for the brand, because it's not some, like, fuck, how can I say? Like, sometimes it's, you want something to come out and it won't come out. You feel me? Like, I could have worked the whole day. I woke up at 12 and I went to sleep at 5 in the morning, and I've been working the whole day and I haven't came up with shit. But that last hour or the last 30 minutes, or even when I'm going into bed, I'm tucking myself into bed, boom, an idea comes out. I go and I write it down. But you know, so like somebody else that's not a creative, they might look at that whole time as a waste of time.
As a waste, yeah.
Fuck no, that is not a waste of time. That you were developing that. You feel me? And sometimes that's how it works. So what I'm trying to say is that the hard thing about that is that in that whole time that I'm trying to come up with something, I'm not gonna be talking to my girl. I'm not gonna be talking to my mom, my dad. You know, I'm not gonna be spending that time with them. And you know, like sometimes it's just like you're so deep in the brand that you forget to live. So I think that's what I'm trying to say. You know, that balance of, you know, trying to have your own life and have your brand, that's definitely for myself, speaking for myself. Maybe it's different, it varies with other people. For me, that's what's the hardest part. Yeah, because sometimes I'm just so tunnel vision on what I'm doing that I forget to live my life, you know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of creators, they get tied into that, because even in my life, I feel like I be getting too tied into that. I just think about the podcast. What can I do to make it better? You feel me? What can I add? How can I speak better? You feel me? But then I forget about my family at home. I be locked away editing. I forget about, you feel me, them wanting to go bowling with me or, you know, to go hang out with friends because I'm stuck with this. But then you don't want to get too tied up into having fun. And then you forget about the business side. And, you know, like you said, it's really a balance. And if you want to be like a great creative, you really got to master that and get good with that.
Yeah, I think that's really like what I mostly struggle with, because it's like life hits you. You feel me? Life hits everyone. Not just me, but life hits everyone. And, you know, sometimes, like, for example, like, let's say the day of tomorrow, like, somebody that's really close to me passes away. I'm going to feel like shit because maybe I didn't spend all this time with them because I was so much in the brand, you know? And like so that for me is like the hardest part about this. But, you know, hopefully in the long run, as I start growing more, I get a team, you know, I could take some loads off and, you know, I could probably like spend more time with my loved ones and all that.
What do you feel like you struggle with the most, spending more time with loved ones or like working? Which one do you feel like you fall
more under? Like which one do I do more?
Yeah.
For sure, working.
Working?
I love doing the brand, bro. That's like, it's my passion. Like when I like I said, like I could spend 2 days without sleep, but if I'm working on something that's Durex related, I will not complain. I'm having fun. Like this is what I wanted, right? Although sometimes, you know, it gets like, fuck, damn, I gotta do this shit. But at the end of the day,
I know,
it's what you wanted to do. It's what you signed up for. You get me? So you really can't complain about it. But yeah, that I do that way more.
I just wanted to say, because he mentioned that you need to have a balance. You definitely need to have a balance, because it's also not always about just working. You develop inspiration from living your life. So the best types of things that come out of your creative like path are things that you experience in real life anyway. Like the authenticity that came from your brand, you know what I mean? Like the basketball references, the NBA draft marketing, like, you know what I mean? That type of stuff is stuff that you got because you experienced that throughout your life. And it's not only that, but there are millions of people also experiencing the same memories that you are. And when that comes into fruition in your work, then people can now relate to it. And now it's authentic. Now it's genuine. You know what I mean? Now it's like actual inspiration instead of just like fabricated things. Or like it's not authentic. So
that's true. And I mean, definitely like living your life is good, because it's like for example, like when Babe came to the United States, it was all because Pharrell was in Japan. He never knew how much Nigo cared and loved for him. You feel me? Maybe Pharrell wasn't even over there like on a joy trip. Maybe he was over there on a vacation trip. You feel me? But still, like you mentioned, traveling definitely is something like worth it, because if you like, you know, it depends though. It also depends like your perspective on it, because, you know, some people go to travel and they don't get no type of inspiration. They just go somewhere, they get fucked up, they do the tourist shit, boom, come back.
Oh my god, dude, that one hit, bro. I know some people just like that, trust me.
So it's just like, it depends also as to what you're going, like, you know, as you're trying to explore, like what is it that you're trying to get into, like, you feel me? I want to go to Japan, and I want to learn a lot about their culture, you know, about what they praise of, you know, I really want to get into like their culture. It seems very interesting. Culture, So, you know, definitely it also depends your perspective on that.
Because people travel and
or your intentions. I think the correct term is intentions.
That's it.
Hey, I'm gonna go get fucked up. Yeah, we out.
But some people, they just go and they strictly on some like work shit. They don't wanna lounge around and enjoy the beach in LA. They wanna go there and meet their connections, you know, go to the manufacturers and just go back home.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Sometimes you need that, but sometimes you also need the first one. That second one, just getting fucked up and stuff, like that's like a once in a while type of thing. That shouldn't be like a regular type of thing.
That's not while you're building. That's more of when you
can get fucked up in Florida. You don't need to go to Cali to get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
but I feel like once you're down the line, you feel me? When your career, when you got money, I feel like you could be like, let me go to Belgium and, you feel me? It won't get wasted. You feel me? I feel like you can do that at that point because you don't earn the right to do that.
Definitely, because it's just like, for example, like there's a lot of people like when it comes to the weekend, every weekend, yo, where we out to? Where we out to? What we doing? What's the play?
Yeah.
What we drinking on? You feel me? And it's just like, what are you celebrating? Like, what are you going to get lit for? Like, I don't understand. I can't lie. I love drinking. You feel
Oh man,
me?
you're speaking my language.
I love drinking, but it's just like it's sometimes like some people just do it so much, and it's just like, what are you doing it for? You feel me? Like you're coming back home and you're just repeating the same thing. Like
it's like an endless cycle. At this
like
point.
I don't get it. You feel me? But that's one thing that I've always tried to steer away from, because I love going out too. I love being in the club, but you know, just doing that too much is just like, okay, like I remember it was once I was just like super lit somewhere, and I'm just like, damn, I'm having a good time. It feels like I'm celebrating, but for what? I haven't done shit.
This is gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings,
bro. But I know you done felt that though, bro. You done been in the club or you done been partying, and then you just start thinking about life. Like, I don't know,
true.
me, I'll be in the club, you feel me? I'll be bumping some Future or some shit, and then it just dawned on me like, damn, bro, what are you doing with your life, bro? Like, why aren't you at home working on the podcast, bro? Like, I don't know, it just be hitting me.
Yeah,
no, it's just it's worthless. Like, even like, you know, getting like your section, like, or getting a bottle somewhere, like you look at it the next day, you're just like, okay, well,
I just spent $500 on a bottle, about a band and a half on a section.
And is that helping me get anywhere today? Like, what is that? You know,
what did that do for me? Did that make me a better man?
Like, I can't be a hypocrite. I'll do it for sure.
Yeah, we're not saying any of it is wrong, but in moderation.
In moderation, correct.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I feel like, I don't know, the best way to spend money at this point is on like experiences, especially new experiences. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're going to the club every weekend and spending like a couple thousand at the club every weekend, are you not wasting your time at that point? I mean, if that's something that you really enjoy doing, then I guess by all means, right? But I feel like if you were to take that $1,000 and like this weekend you're gonna fly to Japan, you're gonna fly to Canada, you're gonna fly to, I don't know, New Zealand, something like that, that might be more worthwhile because it's something that you've never experienced before. You know what I mean?
I guess at the end of the day, it's just about perspective. Some people probably just don't care to go to those places.
Yeah, true.
They'd rather just go to the club on a week. They rather just work 9 to 5 all week. You feel me? And then when they're off on the weekend, they go partying. You feel me? Go to the club. That might just
the cycle.
Yeah, and they probably just happy with that, bro. You never know.
Not my type, but
because at the end of the day, facts. Because you know, there might be people like, you know, that's what they want.
Yeah.
You feel me? But if it's someone that's constantly complaining, saying, oh, I want to get, like, if it's someone that, you know, they want to get somewhere and they keep on saying, oh, I want to do this, but, you know, they start putting excuses. It's like, start off with, you know, like moderating that. 'Cause you feel me? Like, you're just intoxicating yourself. You know, you're just getting drunk all the time. And like, it's just like, that's unnecessary money being spent, and unnecessary time being wasted. That Saturday that you're out, though, that whole night, you could have been using that to get somewhere ahead. You feel me? Or even just like learning about something new, learning how to do something better. You know, that time, that Saturday that you're wasting, or even that Friday, whatever, you use it to your advantage. You feel me? Like, you're complaining all this time, but use it to your advantage.
So do you feel like you got to where you at today, not even saying it like you're big or anything, but you have seen some success with your brand. Do you feel like outworking everybody else, is a key thing to like success in life? Not even just with brand, just with life, just outworking, you know, when everybody sleep, you feel me, you still up working, or, you know, just putting in work constantly over and over again. Do you feel like outworking everyone, that's a good trait to have?
Hell yes. Because it's like, I always said, well, not me, but the quote, hard work beats talent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All the time, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the more you do now, the less you have to do later.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, overworking yourself, sometimes bad, because, you know, sometimes you gotta rest, but definitely puts you way ahead of everybody else.
Bro, you touched on it. I tell this to everybody. In life, you get to work once, or you have to work once, and you get to have fun once, right? So if you choose to have your fun in the beginning, you're gonna spend the rest of your life working to survive. And if you decide to work first, then you get to spend the rest of your life having fun.
Exactly.
So you really need to take that into consideration when you're spending your 20s doing nothing but getting fucked up and partying and saying, "Oh, I'm just living my life. I'm young." You're young for a long time, bro. Like the perspective of you're only young in your 20s is not really true. There's people that became millionaires in their 30s and they're living life to the fullest extent. Jay-Z didn't drop till he was 30.
Yeah.
And now he's living the life that everyone wants. You know what I'm saying? So.
It's like this. Like, okay, do you rather live your life average in your 20s and then like for the rest of your life just keep on living like that, or in your 20s live your life not like the average and be working and, you know, doing your thing. Then when it comes to 30s, that's when you can have your fun.
And you still not living like everybody else. You
Exactly. You live in lavish. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's always been the end goal. Like, fuck that. I'd rather work now, have fun later.
Yeah, I kind of see it that way. Have you always seen it that way? Or like, did you have like a role model or somebody that you've seen it work for and then be like, I'm going to go that route? Or is that just something that you just always had in your head?
It's like been like a learning process, because I definitely had, you know, my times when I was like going out a lot, you know. So I experienced it. I had fun, but I reached a certain moment where I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this all the time, you know. And I feel like that helped me realize the fact that no, I'm not gonna be doing this all the time. I'd rather just be working on my brand, because this is time is like the only thing that we have, you know. Time doesn't wait for nobody. So all that time that I was just doing all this shit, it was just like time being wasted.
Yeah.
Maybe all that time that I was going out, I could have been somewhere more ahead today. You feel me? So that helped me, like, you know, understand life better.
It's pretty solid, bro. You don't got a lot of people your age thinking like that. So yeah, you're definitely ahead of the curve as far as that.
It's definitely mindset. Also like watching a lot of interviews. Like, I like watching interviews on people that are, you know, they're where I want to be at, whether it's a designer, whether it's an artist, whether it's whatever it is, because, you know, at the end of the day, you could take inspiration from anyone. It doesn't have to be someone in your field. So that's why I like watching interviews, because you get a perspective of every single person and you learn from them.
Yeah, definitely. So, you're getting a lot of information, a lot of game from watching interviews. That's what made me want to, you know, do my own platform, you feel me? So I'll be able to give that same value. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, so are you living off of the work that you do now?
At the moment you are? Yeah, like I just started right now.
How often do you have to drop clothes? How often do you have to make new clothes and drop them?
So, you know, I would say you know, like big brands, they usually go off like by the seasons and all that.
That's true.
I kind of don't want to follow that. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not following like the usual thing, but like I just want to drop when I want to drop, you know. Yeah. But obviously, like, you know, that's my form of income. So there is good money in clothes, you know. Yeah. So I would say maybe like once a month, or once every 1.5 months, or once every 2 months. I feel like that's safe. I would have to drop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to wait too long. You feel me?
Yeah.
And be in the gap, and I know what you mean. You got to keep it consistent, so you know it's always growing.
Definitely, especially right now. You know, like I'm up and coming. I'm trying to not put out so much things, you know, but make sure I take my time. It's well put together. Yeah. But I'm trying to get the attention of the people as well. So like, you know, like quality over quantity. Yeah. So, you know, I rather not rush things and just be putting out just because somebody else put out something, or just because I have to get money. Like, at the end of the day, I started this not just because of the money. You know, the money's good, but it's for the love of it. Like, I want to actually add something to
leave a mark.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, definitely, bro. That's hella inspiring, bro. So we coming up on an hour now. You got any more questions you want to ask before we get up out of here?
What is your take on social media? You fuck with social media?
I fuck with social media, but I kind of don't fuck with social media because it's like social media. It just depends how you use it. That's how I think about it. You know, it just depends how you use it because, like, so many people have became rich off social media.
Yeah,
you feel me?
true.
So it literally just depends on how you use it.
Use it for durags?
For sure, that's all I use it for.
Okay.
Or to post the dope ass fits, bro.
Yeah.
You think it's important for clothing brands?
Huh?
Yeah,
you think
you
it's
could.
important for clothing brands to have a social media?
Yeah, of course. It's like the biggest, like
It's
everybody.
the easiest thing, medium
That
to
you can do
use
to
to
reach
get to
people,
people.
right?
Yeah.
No, and it's like everybody's on their phone. Like, you feel me? That's how you see everything. I feel like your phone is the biggest form of news, form of updates. Like, your phone is everything, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So social media is important. Like I said, it all just depends how you use it. Because some people use it like for not the right reasons.
Endless scroll.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. So you really like, if it's not do-rags related, if you're not really showing off your outfit, you don't really be on it like that.
Nah, I be on social media 24/7. Especially for Twitter, I be on it for the memes. Like,
I feel you.
Oh, so you enjoy social media?
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you was one of the ones that like, I don't really do this. Because a lot of people, they always come off I don't really do this social media shit. I just do it just for work and I just throw it away. A lot of people, I guess, embracing social media and saying, I love being on social media. People kind of, you feel me?
They can make it look bad.
Yeah, people make that seem like that's a bad thing just because you enjoy being on social media. But
like I said, it just depends how you use it, you know. Like, I use it mostly for like my work, but I gotta
have fun with it too.
Have fun.
Entertainment sometimes.
Hell yeah, Twitter is hilarious.
Oh man, I think Twitter's like the best social media.
Hell yes, bro.
really, you think so?
Hell yes.
Not gonna lie.
Even-
I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
There's a lot of illogical people on Twitter though.
I say yeah and no because like I don't know. I like Instagram more than Twitter. That's just me.
Hey, I don't have Facebook, but I be seeing like Facebook people are
Out of pocket,
wild.
bro. Yeah, Facebook people
It's funny
it's a
as
different
hell.
breed. I feel like every social media has a different breed of people. Like Twitter, you got the animals on Twitter. You feel me? You got the cappers on Instagram.
Yeah, bro. Instagram's big cap.
Big
oh my
cap.
God.
And I feel like Facebook is just deranged
I'm about to
people.
download
Florida man be
Facebook.
on Facebook, bro. Huh? The Florida man be on Facebook.
Florida
bro.
man.
I'm about to download Facebook just to laugh, bro. That shit is hilarious.
You gotta have the right people on your Facebook
Yeah.
though. I feel like right now
I hop on Facebook and I'm gonna have like my mom and my dad.
that's really what I use Facebook for. The fam. You feel me? The family. You know,
I don't
post-
even have Facebook.
I want to see the funny shit.
You gotta have the younger people and shit. Like the people you grew up with around in high school and shit like that. That's how you gonna find that type of shit. I don't know.
Yeah. My last question is best advice for someone trying to start a clothing brand, bro.
Best advice is just add your own twist to it. You feel me? Like, bring something new. Don't be doing the same shit everything else has been done. I mean, at the end of the day, fashion is a cycle and everybody is doing the same shit, but you know, make it yourself. Like, let us know why you're doing it. Like what's your input on it? Like, how are you changing this? You get me? Because at the end of the day, I could do what you did and you could do what I did, but it's gonna stand out if my form is different than your form. And you know, that's when some people would like yours more, some people would like mine's more. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's
The individuality.
add your twist.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
literally the biggest thing. Add your own remix. Like, that's how I think of everything. Like, I think of everything that I'm doing if it's been done. For example, the Bape full zip hoodies, the shark hoodies.
Yeah.
I remixed it into my own full zip hoodies.
People love your full zip too.
For sure, I know.
People love
I mean,
it.
when you think about it, you said Nego and Bape was like a big inspiration to you. They did the same thing. Like, look at the Air Force.
Hell
Nego
yeah.
did it for that exact reason. The Air Force was so iconic to him.
And
he
it went
loved
so
it.
crazy.
So he did the Bapesters, and look at the Bapesters now.
And what did he do? He
huge.
remixed it.
He remixed it, and
That's
people
what I'm saying.
are remixing the Bapesters now.
Oh, they
like you got
ODing
House
it.
Phone with the 7/7.
That shit's hard though. Nah, they're really mudding it though. Like,
Yeah,
I think so too.
You seen the Chief Keef ones?
no,
The Glow Gang Forces?
No.
Gang forces.
Bruh, they're hard. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted a pair, but
Are they the ones that Colorful Mula did?
yeah.
Oh, okay, I've seen it.
Yeah,
They are hard. They are hard.
It's fire.
Nah, but I mean, like, even with that, like shit, they're just doing it too much.
Yeah,
you know?
they regurgitate it too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's cool because there's definitely some cool ones that have came out. But it's
Yeah.
just like shit, yo.
So like, what do you think about, like, you feel me? Because you love Nego and stuff like that. And you know, he was always about using his inspirations to do things. Like, how do you feel about when Nike, like, what they did to Warren Lotus and stuff like that? Like, seeing that, did that bother you or anything? Like, to know, like, they could potentially try to take you down if you do it, or like.
Yeah, it didn't bother me, but it's definitely fucked because it's like, this brand is so big and they're just like not trying to like the little guys get bigger. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked up. Like what do you got? Why do you guys gotta like take something from him? Like, you feel me? Like, if he's doing good, how is that gonna hurt you?
I guess that's money out of their pockets.
Yeah, but you know how much money Nike got? I mean, I understand.
No, of course.
I understand both sides, but it's just like, is it really like hurting them because they have so many other silhouettes which they're getting money from? So is it really hurting you? So the Warren Lotus dunks was fire. The pigeon ones,
they were pretty cool.
the Heinekens, them shits was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
the Jason Mass.
The Jason Mass ones, yeah.
Shit was hard.
Nah, they were. You feel me? Warren Lotus is a great artist, by the way. We need to interview Warren Lotus.
He's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
COB or Donda.
Oh God!
You don't want to ask me this. This is gonna be a whole nother hour,
Bro, watch the podcast. Yo, if y'all haven't seen that yet, go watch it.
Yeah, you and know our thoughts.
If you want to know our opinion, go watch that.
Definitely.
I fuck with both. I respect both artists.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Kanye and Drake, they both go.
Ain't no selecting.
I do want to say, since the last time that we did this, COB has grown on me a significant amount.
It's grown on
I
me.
do still give Donna the edge, but COB isn't. It's not a bad album.
Yeah,
so it's good.
It goes up 1 number rating for me.
It's
That's
good.
it.
Yeah. I give it.
You be in the shower singing "Way Too Sexy"?
I don't. I actually really like the lyrical Drake, like the 7 a.m. on Bridal Path and like that type of Drake. I really listen to that most.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably be getting ready. I'm gonna bump that "Way Too Sexy." I'm like, damn.
Oh hell no. That song is probably the one that I hate the most on the album.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard it, I'm like, shit, I'm not really rocking with it. But as I heard it a few more times, I'm like, okay.
That didn't stop me from listening to it.
It's a parody song, bro.
Yeah.
It
was supposed to be funny.
It's that song that if it comes on in the club, we all gonna sing along to it. But I ain't gonna listen to it in my car on the way to work, though. You know what I'm saying? So.
He took me out when he said, "I'm too sexy for the trap." I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, what? Like, nah. Now, all right, now we going on a tangent, bro. Let's cut it off, man. Tell them where they can find you out on social media before we get up out of here.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, even TikTok. We on TikTok too. It's at DURAGSUSA. And the site, if you guys want to cop the tracksuit, it's Durags_USA.com.
Definitely. You feel me? This was a legendary interview. I'm happy you came through today to chop it up with us. Like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Keep showing the support. If you're gonna keep coming with these bangers, you feel me? What you want to see? Comment what you want to see next on the Creative Hub podcast. And yeah, we out.
For sure.